Despite being nearly 20 years old, the Richard Burns Rally lore and fan base continues to grow, with many people considering it to be the greatest rally simulator ever created. I'm Mike for SimRacing604, and today I'm going to share my current top 5 favorite stages in RBR. Despite its legend, it can be daunting to know where to start with this title. Most players will use the excellent Rally Sim Fans installer, which comes with an embarrassment of riches as far as content, and while many of the cars are easily identifiable to the casual rally fan, the stages can be far harder to try and sort through. So here are 5 stages that I can't pronounce that keep me deeply in love with Richard Burns Rally. So here we go with this stage. I'm not even going to try and say that name or probably any name in this video. I'm just going to enjoy rally racing here in Richard Burns Rally. And this stage is my absolute favorite stage, possibly of any rally title ever. I love this thing. It might not be perfect, but it's perfect for me. I think it's just pure rally racing. It's yeah, you just kind of slide across the gravel surface, and you know, you can feel when those tires start to bite again. And just what a feeling. There's lots of fast turns, lots of undulation in the road. It's just so good. It's so good.
Medium left and medium right into, keep right over crest, and medium
Come on,
left,
man.
long,
Look how good this is.
Into medium right 30.
And those trees, hopefully you can appreciate it. I don't know if you can or not in the video, but there's a good sense of speed because of all the trackside trees. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whew, that was close.
Tightens over crest 30. Hairpin right narrows 30. Medium left over crest tightens long 100.
Not my cleanest hairpin, but we survived. Still going.
Caution. Easy left over crest and
but yeah,
right
this
narrows and keep middle
is why we rally race at all. Highly recommend, if you have not tried this stage, or if you have not tried this stage in a while, drop what you're doing and do this.
And 90 right long and 90 left 30. Fast right 30.
This is perfect. I love this. I am not fast. I am not skilled in rally racing, but I can't wipe the smile off my face for the feeling of stinking at a stage like this. It's so good. And I've been trying to savor this flavor because the next stage I'm going to show you is misery. It really is. I love it in one way, but in another way it is very difficult. So anyway, enjoying this while I can. Jump.
Easy left,
Woo.
30. Fast right into. Easy left and medium right 100. K left. Caution. 70.
Left. Whoa, just about blew an engine there.
Right, narrows 30. Medium left. And
come on, man.
Left tightens and keep middle over crest 30. K left narrows 30. K right long.
This is so good. This is so good. Again, not the driving, the stage, the feelings, the sim.
Medium right narrows into easy left. Care 30. K left over
Yeah, it took me a long time to warm to Richard Burns Rally.
Easy left 50.
I do find that the fan base is a bit too vocal for YouTube videos not relating to RBR, but I mean, moments like this you understand why. I mean, this is just, yeah, hardly gets better than this. Woo. Alright, so as mentioned, now it's time to beat myself up. Alright, so time for roughly 7 minutes. and 9.6 kilometers of something that will blow your mind in terms of the level of detail and in terms of coolness and in terms of, oh my goodness, I can't believe we get to drive this in our homes on one hand, but on the other hand, absolute misery in terms of difficulty, and you'll see what I mean very shortly. This is a stage that suffers no fools. Which is not good news for people like me who consider themselves fools. But yeah, I mean, in terms of quality and honestly fun factor, it can hardly get better than this. The previous stage that I showed you was definitely my favorite, but this is very, very close. Torsby is just phenomenal from every angle. From every facet. This is what you want in a snowy rally stage. I mean, you're almost completely absent grip, but at the same time, the stage itself is difficult, so it's like nearing impossible to make it through here in one piece, but you still have the best time somehow, and I can't even explain that. Look how much, like, hang time I'm getting. There's so many little jumps here. So many blind corners. I think I just saw a snowman. Anyone else see that? And now we get a little reprieve here. Oh no! Stay out of the banks. Those snow banks are nasty things. Woo-hoo-hoo. You go into a snowbank, just keep it pinned. Trust me, if you try and come to a stop and nicely back yourself out, you're gonna have to call for help because you're gonna get stuck. But this is gorgeous. I love this. I love everything about Richard Burns Rally in this moment. Ask me again when I crash. But for right now, I mean, it doesn't get better than this. Rally sims really don't. This is just fantastic. Are we at halfway? Yeah, a little past halfway. Coming into some very difficult parts of this stage. Look at that dude. No pants. Oh, you distracted me. Dude flashing his G-string threw me off. But I managed to make it out of that bank in one piece. So that is remaining my advice. If you get into a snowbank, do yourself a favor. Keep it matted. Momentum is your friend, bruh. Woo! Taking out signs into the bank, keep it pinned, and you survive.
90 left, tightens, 200.
Oh. There we go. Somehow miraculously made it through that.
Fast right, 100.
These are tough corners here.
Easy right, fast left, medium right, narrows, 70. Fast left, long, medium left, 30. Fast right, 30.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Key right, tightens, 30. Fast left, long, 30.
There we go. Getting into what may form the thumbnail for this video, I'm not sure. It's cool sections here with the excavators giving each other a high five.
Caution. Into medium right narrows. 100.
Oh man, it's so punishing.
Left tightens. 70.
Just barely surviving here.
Jump
I'm
into
fairly exhausted, honestly.
30. Easy left. 70. Hairpin right long. 200.
No way. I reach for that handbrake as if I need it. About 1.4 kilometers left.
Fast right. 400.
Woo!
Caution. Into medium right tightens. 150.
Only barely survived that corner. Little airport off to my left.
Medium right cut. 70.
Try the cut. The cut is never fun.
50. Easy right.
That tours me,
70.
but I survived.
Fast left into caution. Key left tightens. 50.
No, not the bank, not the bank, not the bank. Give me life again, bank.
Long.
So challenging, so
Key
fun.
right.
Do yourself a favor, do this right now. This is so good. Take a deep breath first. Alright. I survived, you can too. Whew. Alright, next one.
1. Easy left.
And next up, some Tarmac in the UK. This is a really cool stage.
Into easy left.
It's just constant challenge. There's almost no straight sections on this entire, what is it, 8.5 kilometers? No, sorry, 6.5. But anyway, just like no reprieve, no rest time throughout this whole stage. Just turn. And so for those looking to sort of dip their toes into Richard Burns Rally, this might be the place to do it. It gives you sort of a glimpse of how important, I don't want to say car control, but just how important it is to sort of find a groove with the cars and just sort of get used to the handling model. There's not a lot of challenge in terms of like it feeling really busy and you know, some immense sense of speed. This one is just about focusing on trying to keep the momentum and using whatever skill you happen to have at the time to do your best to you know, make your way through this stage. Again, there's no reprieve, so you just kind of get a chance to get used to the handling of the car, whatever car you choose. For this particular stage, I would recommend some of the newer WRC content, because the handling is just so incredibly consistent. Or it was until I did that. But yeah, super fun stage. And again, the sort of absence of any break just makes it a constant challenge. You will not be bored with this one. And you can also feel the force feedback at work here, because it's not a particularly bumpy surface, so it's mostly smooth. Whoa, hold on to it, Mike. But you can feel the force feedback effects as your steering wheel, as your tires load up, kind of, and you can feel that through your wheel. It's actually very impressive. Woo. Just about lost it there, but held on. Out of the way, cameraman. This is a good chance also for you to experiment with cutting, because there's a lot of corners on this stage where cutting is a-okay. So it'll give you your confidence in finding the right line. Woo! And you push hard enough, and you will start to feel the car sliding across the tarmac surface, and gives you a chance to, again, just get used to the car and the feeling of being slightly out of control while still fully in control, if that makes sense.
30. Easy left, easy right, 70. Easy right, fast left, 30.
And
Fast
yeah,
left.
super fun.
Easy
No
right,
break anywhere.
fast left.
Wish it wasn't over, frankly. Whoa, hold on to it. Ooh, that was close. Alright, I just barely made it across the finish line. And let's go on to the last two. Alright, I am super excited to showcase this stage. If I ever get my frame rate back. Come on, girl, smooth out. This one is difficult to say the least. Not gonna lie, there's been a few takes that have gone into this video, and the reason is not because there's a whole bunch of trackside objects, not because there's a whole bunch of tight corners that you gotta successfully navigate on exactly the right line. It's because of all these mounds, and you would think by looking at it that, you know, it's kind of a half pipe, and it should steer you kind of back to the center of the stage and should be all good. But that is not the case. What it ends up creating is a whole bunch of off-camber corners, a whole bunch of blind corners, and you know, you're going through a corner. We'll see this shortly. You know, you'll be going through a corner, and then all of a sudden there is a dip that you did not know existed, and it throws the car way off into the ditch, or vice versa. There's a mound there that you totally forgot about, and that mound is going to throw you off. It's just like everything about this stage is designed to kill you, but in the best way possible. This is 13.3 kilometers long, and you'll finish it somewhere, like in this car, I'm going to do it in about 6.5 minutes if I'm successful, and that means an average speed of about 125 kilometers an hour. So, yeah, it's fast, and, you know, nice and wide, and as I mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of trees and stuff that'll kill you as soon as you go off track, so it seems easy, it seems inviting. Why not push a bit harder? That's where you messed up. Yes, this one, it's so inviting to push, and then you push, and then you get punished for that pushing, so it's really about, I don't want to say self-control, but sort of understanding your limits as a driver, understanding the vehicle's limits, because there's only so much grip on offer, of course, on a track like this, so you push too hard, and you're doomed.
Easy left, wide out, into flat right, maybe 50.
But doing decent so far here. That care is not going to be good. When it says care, that probably means there's a bump out to kill you.
150 flat left, 300.
170 kilometers an hour here, 180, and then we hit care, and the nose of the car is about to take a face plant. Actually, we survived that decently.
Over crest, tightens, medium left, 70. Easy right, maybe 200.
Coming up to the 3-minute mark. I think I mentioned it earlier, but hopefully about 6.5 minutes to get the stage done.
Over crest, keep right, 150.
So this, watch this corner.
Fast left, don't cut, 400.
So it seems reasonably benign, but there's that dip right in the middle, right on your line. So you got to kind of clip the outside of it. At least that's the way I take it. I'm sure there's a better line that I just haven't discovered. But then, of course, we have this. And watch out. And somewhere under me there's a road, I hope. And I managed to survive it. And then you go into this corner, which is really long and not much grip on offer. So you have to get your line right through there. Otherwise, you do end up smashing into that roadside pile.
Easy right, long, into easy.
And I don't know what the perception is, whether it looks like I'm going fast or not, but it sure feels fast, because there's so many bumps here that are going to throw the car off that, yeah, it just feels deadly at all times.
150. Over crest, long, medium left, don't cut, 100.
And like situations like that, that corner is so tight. That's a K corner, but you don't get the call for K, so yeah, you got to kind of find your own way through, and it has the potential to not work out all that well, just like that. See, we're in the ditch, but we managed to survive. Whew. This is going to be a long 2 minutes to finish the stage. And this, yeah, I think this probably won't come through in video, but this is a very, very difficult section to navigate. It's quite dramatically downhill, and so the car just carries so much speed, so much momentum here, and so it's a balance of, you know, letting the transmission kind of slow the car, feathering the brake, feathering the gas where you need it, but all the while being conscious that there's bumps and dips that are trying to throw the car off. So yeah, very difficult, and then you're rewarded at the end of it with a deadly left-hand corner there. And then this, whatever you call this,
90 left, don't come,
nonsense.
300.
Whew. But we managed to survive, got through that. So probably about a minute to go.
Over crest, keep right, easy left, bump 200.
And come on. That dip in the middle of the road there, or that bump in the middle of the road. Whoops, lost my call. What is this corner again? Yes. Deadly left. That's right.
Over crest, long, keep middle, 400.
There we go. A little breather here, a little reprieve. This will take us pretty close to the end. But like everything in this stage, you are rewarded with a corner with which the car just does not want to cooperate.
Caution.
So, come on. There we go, managed to get through it. And I think just the one more corner here, which is tough, but we faced tougher.
Go straight.
Alright, so we managed to survive. And let's see, 628 was my best, I think, so it's just barely a new personal best. Highly recommended, but boy, is that tough. So, we are going to finish up in Kenya. I love Rally Kenya. I think it's just the coolest. I really do. Yeah, Kenya's not something you would necessarily think of as being on the world racing stage, but I love Rally Kenya. And so to find a stage like this, what a cool little bonus. And talk about unique. I mean, this has zero in common with anything I've driven so far in this video, and much of what you will drive in rally sims. So yeah, highly recommend this one. Look at this road design. I mean, it's just brutal. Just brutal. And those ruts kind of simultaneously keep you on track and off track. Like, it's just pushing you in all sorts of directions. If you get it right, it's easy. But if you get it wrong, it will punish you. This is a particularly tough corner here, but managed to hold on to it. And yes, if you're wondering, you can feel a lot of those gravelly rocks.
Medium right, long, and flat right, 50. 90 left,
off pace here, but that's all right.
Medium right into.
Hello, zebras. Yeah, the fauna is interesting around here too.
Left, long, 70. Over crest into, fast left, narrows, and medium right, long, 90 left, 100.
Look at this. Look at this. Hello, elephants.
Right, 70. Flat right, 50.
Come on.
Medium left, 50.
Oops, shouldn't have slowed
Easy
there.
left, and easy right, jump, 50.
Jump can't be good.
Flat right, and easy right, long, and fast right, cut. Easy left,
And no, we're not
fast
done.
left, flat
That
left.
is just a timing marker.
Medium right, 90 left, hairpin right, long.
And yeah, this is an interesting section right here. You can try a handbrake if you wish, but I can't guarantee it is necessarily going to go well. We're just off in the grass, no biggie. And then it is a sprint. Hello, what are those? Not Impalas, I don't think. But anyway, it's a sprint to the finish here, so this is a quick one.
And flat left, maybe, and flat right.
Gotta try and keep it on course. But look at how beautiful this is. I love Kenya.
Finish.
Whew. All right. I love Richard Burns Rally so much. It truly is the ultimate racing simulator. Thank you guys so much for watching.